Developing tonight, the Kelly File taking a closer look at the Twitter feed of the Baltimore state attorney, Marilyn Mosby, and the alleged hacking of her account. Yesterday, we reported that her office denied that she sent out her support for two controversial tweets or messages, including one that referred to these police officers who have been charged, whom she is prosecuting, as thugs, and another one that took a shot at white people. Today, we dug further into the story, and Trace Gallagher has our reporting tonight. Trace?
Megan, when Marilyn Mosby's official Twitter account was apparently hacked last week, her representative was very quick to announce it online and confirm it to the local media. Mosby even used her personal Twitter account to alert people that her office account had been hacked. But there was never a mention of her personal account being hacked until reports surfaced that she favorited those two controversial tweets. One referring to the indicted police officers as thugs, the other saying she infuriates a certain type of white person. The claim is the hackers only changed those two tweets, but we found that Marilyn Mosby certainly likes to pick favorites. In fact, since the first of the month, she has favorited 111 tweets, including one that slams Fox News and another tweet by the very same woman who said she infuriates white people. And despite the alleged hack, Mosby's personal account, unlike her official account, was not taken down or suspended and still has the same username. We also found that Marilyn Mosby seldom posts original tweets, only 4 in the last month. Instead, she mostly retweets what others have already written. She also rarely responds, but she did thank social activist DeRay McKesson for his support. The New York Times says McKesson has built the most formidable American protest movement of the 21st century and has posted messages like, quoting, "I am interested in the political leaders bold enough to stand up to the organized hate of police unions. Where are they?" Mosby's office is still trying to sell the public on two separate hack jobs, but reaction shows the public is very skeptical about the second. Megan.
Trace, thank you. Joining us now with more, Arthur Aidala, who's a New York trial attorney, a Fox News legal analyst, and Mark Eiglarsh, who's a criminal defense attorney and a former prosecutor. I mean, you tell me, Mark, whether this passes the smell test.
Oh, I'm one of those skeptical fellas. Look, I'm a defense lawyer, so I'll say in her defense, anything is possible. I'll also say, like, Kim Kardashian could get the Republican nomination. Anything is possible.
Oh, my head is going to explode.
But let's understand. Yeah. Let's go with her philosophy here. Hackers, or maybe just one, at great risk, chose a law enforcement officer, which she is, and hacked into her account so he or she can hit a thumbs up on a couple of kind of innocuous comments. Really?
Right, the damage. I mean, this must have been the laziest hacker ever, Arthur.
Right.
Because you got in there, and unlike the guy who actually did hack her professional account, the state's attorney's account, which was in a foreign language, by the way, right? I mean, it wasn't even in English, and got in there and started sending out bizarre stuff. It was in Turkish. Messages like salt water for 5 minutes when I enjoy all the pain out of a signed eggplant, written in Turkish. This guy was much more nefarious, just giving a little thumbs up to two tweets.
Subtle. Very subtle.
Megan, call me old-fashioned, but a prosecutor has a very different position than every other elected official. I don't really have a problem with the President of the United States having a Twitter account and letting his feelings known, but as a prosecutor, you're held to a different standard. You're a quasi-judicial elected official. It means you're a little bit of a prosecutor and you're a little bit of a judge, because you decide what cases go in front of the grand jury, and I think you lose some of your own First Amendment rights to Twitter and Facebook when you're in the position of judging other people's liberty or taking their liberty away. So I don't even think, I think, as nicely as I could say this, I think she's been very immature. Your last segment, you used the word, I don't know, she's acting inappropriately. I forget how you put it. I think she's immature. She's 35 years old. She's not ready for prime time. I'm not saying she's not trying the best she can, but she's not
Immature is fine. I mean, you always start off immature, right? It's like most lawyers get their law degrees around 24. You know, you're not necessarily the most, right. But it's been 10 years now for her, and she has a very powerful position. And between the "this is our time" and retweeting somebody that says she infuriates a certain kind of white person if she did that, and then on top of it, Mark, we haven't gotten to, if she favorited those tweets, then she has compounded the problem by lying about it to the national media when she got caught, and that poses a separate problem for Ms. Mosby if it is true.
Absolutely. But let me just tell you, she can take steps in the right direction to some extent with me by redeeming herself, showing that she can be kind of fair by walking into court on this latest motion. If she's being intellectually honest with everybody, yes, and say, we stipulate, we agree. There is no way that you can get a fair and impartial jury here when I hear, I'm being Miss Mosby now, who I know is watching, by the way. So, Miss Mosby, I'll talk to you directly.
I know, it doesn't sound like she likes Fox News.
No, she listens. Her ego's not her amigo. She's definitely paying attention. She knows. She knows that there are people, a movement now in Baltimore to get young men signed up to vote so that they can go into the jury pool. Yes, it's in the motion.
I know it's true. I know it's true, but I've never heard of that happening.
It's crazy.
To get these officers.
That is crazy.
Unheard of.
That is insane if that actually happens. I got to go quickly, Arthur, quickly.
Even though this venue should be changed, what Mark said could happen is not going to happen, and I wouldn't be shocked if it's not changed.
You can do it, Mosby.
It should be.
You can do it.
You can do it, Mosby.
But I wouldn't be shocked if it is.
Great to see you.
Bye.
Still ahead, a mother pays